It's the NFL. Up next, we'll see Aaron Jones. He's now able to call himself a 1,000-yard rusher for the season. This is a good one to watch. Next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles and Gordon. And Charles, look at this Montreal club. They come in hot. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
Very focused team, very disciplined, kept the penalty to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Tokyo club, they're in a real winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're away on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping it will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the first play, and it's second down now. Daniels looking to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be down. Plus open as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out again, Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely effective.
That's the offense a bit. So a little bit of a stiff challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Try right side mid. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Here's Daniels. He's got it to Williams. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll be in search of yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Fighting to stay upright. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
The applause there is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just a quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Daniels. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 35.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Snowhawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing now is Daniels. And this complete to Henry over the middle. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
When you look at this defense,
and they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Snowhawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. The numbers for Jones last week: 23 carries, 83 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And this one's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Mahomes going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Up the middle, Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
they'll line up with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 10.
Now Mahomes. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They'll run with Wilson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
To the air goes Daniels. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people say, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Snowhawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Daniels. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And it's a fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Patterson's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Patrick Mahomes in the offense heading back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Sly able to put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Mahomes. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Daniels. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
To throw is Daniels. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To the air goes Daniels. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will will take this one in for a touchdown. Jaden Daniels, 37 yards. And the Dragons have got it back to within a score. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Well, the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. They go play fake. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the draw, here's Williams. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's got room at the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Sly able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dragons offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Daniels. And this complete to Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. Mitchell now off the option. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And Wilson in motion left. 2nd and 4. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Daniels looking to throw. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. It's complete to Williams. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jamison Williams, 28 yards. And the Dragons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
A pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. It's caught on the right side. Williams shedding through the defense, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
2nd and 7.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Snowhawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dragons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Looking to throw. Daniels
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Going right back to Wilson.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
First down, here's Mitchell.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Back to throw. Daniels. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Forced out to his left. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Felton is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Here now, 2nd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the 4th quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jaden Daniels taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dragons are back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. On the counter, here's Williams. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Trying to take this home. They'll run. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 27-24, just over a minute 40 to play. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Flushed out right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther? They had too many injuries. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for Montreal, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tokyo, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.